Good morning, everyone. I'm officially filming on my phone today because I think it would be easier. Here comes the dog. Every time I start talking, he decides that he needs to get involved, don't you? Yeah, whether it's a FaceTime, vlogging, filming a TikTok, he's like, what am I missing? We call him Mr. FOMO because he always thinks he's missing out on something. You're full. It cut out for some reason. You're full of grass seeds. Or like wheat seeds, because you ran through the field today. Just a never-ending job with this one. Huh? Anyway, I didn't really know if I was going to film today, but I'm running the half marathon today, and I'm really scared. Like, really scared. But because this is such a big deal for me, like it really is, I'm not a runner. The beginning of this year, when I thought I want to run the marathon, I almost chickened out of the marathon completely and thought, okay, my goal is just going to be a half marathon because it sounded impossible. And for some reason, I'm doing both. I kind of have to do the half just as like a gauge. Whiskey. So today is kind of going to be a bit of a gauge of how I'm doing training-wise. You're so distracting. I'm going to try and run the half in 3 hours, or as close to 3 hours as I can get, because the Amsterdam Marathon is capped at 6 hours. So I'm like, if I can do this today in 3 hours, then yeah, I'll be able to actually complete the marathon, because my biggest fear right now is them taking me out of the marathon race because I'm not keeping up pace. I'm really annoyed about it. Like, I wanted to do the London Marathon originally because that one's capped at 8 hours. And I know I can definitely do that because I've walked a marathon before. I've done the distance before. I didn't train for it. Big mistake. It was hell on earth. I did it in 8 hours and 20 minutes walking. So I was like, yeah, if I run a little bit, I could definitely do the London Marathon. But it was fully booked, so I couldn't register for it. So the Amsterdam Marathon it is, and I just kept to freak out about my pace for 10 months. But given the fact that on January 1st, I could barely even run 2 kilometers without dying, and now today I'm about to run 21.1. Oh my god, I just need to keep reminding myself I ran 17k last Saturday. A week ago today, I ran 17 kilometers. And it felt okay. Like, the last 2 kilometers were hard. My legs were hurting, obviously. But I did it. And today I'm only going to have to run 4 kilometers more than that. So it feels possible. And I'm going to be so proud of myself if I do it. But yeah, I thought I'll just film little bits and pieces, keep it all on my phone, because obviously I'm not going to run with my camera, and just see what I get and what I can put together, because I do think that this is going to be a moment that I'll want to remember. And yeah, the half marathon is in Os, which is actually where Emily lives, which is why I chose to do it there. It's also along the banks of the Maas River, so I think it's going to be a bit of a nicer area to run in rather than just like a city. So yeah, and it doesn't start until 7 o'clock in the evening. It's an evening run, which I'm kind of glad about because it's been really, really hot. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and just chill a little bit today and not take too much out of myself. I already did a little bit of yoga. I'm on a deadline for book 3 of my trilogy. If you guys follow me everywhere else, you will know the title. It's been revealed as Sky's Queen. So I am on a deadline for that. It's coming out September 1st. So I'm going to try and get some writing done we actually have Paul's best friend's son's birthday party as well at lunchtime. So yeah, it's actually going to be good. It's going to keep me occupied, but I've been talking at this camera for far too long, so I'm going to let you go. Okay, it is 2:30. I need to leave in about an hour, and I am freaking out. This is why I wish the race was a bit earlier, and then I would have just gotten up and done it. But I'm going to attempt to put a couple of braids in my hair just to keep it kind of out of the way a bit, stop it going quite so frizzy. And then start slowly getting ready, get my bag ready. I need to walk the dog. And then we'll be off. And I hope that these nerves calm down a bit. I think my nerves are, yes, I'm nervous about the run. I'm nervous about doing it in 3 hours. Like, I know I can do the distance, but I'm nervous about trying to do it in 3 hours. I'm nervous about the race. Like, I get anxious about the unknown. So like, I don't know what the setup's gonna be. I need to go like get my number from registration and stuff. So that's making me nervous. I think once I'm at the start line and ready to go, I'll be okay. Okay, hair. So I never thought I'd be this person, but this is me getting my bag ready for running a half marathon. So we have the crappy, not Powerade that is all I can find here in the Netherlands. I have my juice, which is, I'm actually going to put this in my Camelback instead of water. Well, it's water, it's just like flavoured water, because this tastes really plasticky when it comes out of this, and it's kind of disgusting. So yeah, juice is going in that, and I think I'll have one of Powerade and one of water in these, and these go in my little running belt, which will hold my keys and my phone and stuff. Usually when I run with this one of these is water for me and one is water for Whiskey, and then his treats and poo bags and stuff go in here too. So that's what we've got so far. You think we're about to go run? Yeah, not in this heat, Bubba. Not with you in this heat. No, definitely not. I'm actually going to try this knockoff Powerade because yesterday we went to Lidl, Jumbo and the Albert Heijn, which are like the 3 main supermarkets in the Netherlands, to get Powerade because it's my favourite. Actually, I wanted Lucozade Sport, but Lucozade doesn't exist over here. So I was trying to find Powerade, and they don't have any. Like, I know they have it in the cinema because Paul always has a Powerade when he goes to the cinema, but for some reason in the supermarkets they don't, but I hope it tastes the same. Tastes exactly the same. Perfect. We are in Mega? Mega. That's where we're starting. Emily very kindly made me a lovely dinner. She's the best. And
body needs fuel.
Had some pasta. I've got all the gear is on. Oh, that's an interesting look. That's interesting. And we are heading to the start line, and I am shitting myself. Hopefully not literally. Hopefully not literally, but yeah, very nervous. Just casually trying to judge the professional runner level of the other people, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the slowest person here.
You will not.
Yes, I will be. I will. Emily made such a good point as well. Like, I'm worried about how much of this run is going to be on cobblestones.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not.
I'm going to twist my ankle in like the first 100 meters.
Yeah. Hazel is the champion.
Oh god, that was almost my finger. We got this.
How far over? Not too tight, because then it'll...
Oh, whatever. I have no idea. You know as much as I do at this point.
Yeah. Probably not.
Okay, I asked if there was a time limit, and they said 3.5 hours. So it's 30 minutes more than what I want. So no fuck ups. No way. Everyone's very enthusiastic. Everyone's taking it very seriously.
So are we.
So are we. So are we. This is 4 kilometers.
Yeah. Fear. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay.
I'm 10 kilometers in, halfway. Oh, this has been hard. Running in 30-degree weather, would not recommend, but by some miracle, I'm on pace. Actually, faster. I was supposed to do 10k in an hour and a half, 1 hour 30, and I did it in 1 hour 26. So we got this. We are just under 2 hours in, and I am still, by a miracle, on pace. Just. Knees are starting to get sore, but yeah, this is me at 14 kilometers, 13 and a half, 14 kilometers. That's usually when my knees start to get sore. So walking for a little bit, getting my breath back, and then we will go. But it's feeling doable now. I feel like I'm gonna finish. Pretty ponies. Aw, there's a baby up here. Hi, ponies. Aw, that makes running nicer. Hello, baby. Hello, baby horsey. Hello. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Hi. Hello, baby. Aw, so cute. Look at him. Oh, I wish I could stop and say hi. But I got a half marathon to finish. 5 kilometers, huh? 5 left? Okay, 5 left. We got this. Let's go. This is now officially the furthest I've ever run. We are just over 17 kilometers. 4 left. I'm in pain. Look how it is! Ah! I'll see you at the finish. 2 kilometers left.
No, 1 kilometer. Almost.
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 1 kilometer left. 1 left. Oh, Emily. Thank you, my love. I did it. Ah, I can't believe I just ran a half marathon. So proud. Oh my god. Good morning, everyone. It is the morning after the race, and I thought I would just quickly give you guys a bit of a rundown on what happened during the race, because you will notice I did not film very much until 10k. So, whiskey, nay. I knew that I was always going to be one of the slowest runners. What I did not expect was, like, I thought I was going to be quite slow, but there was going to be maybe a group of us that were of a similar pace and we would kind of be towards the back. No, I was about an hour slower than the second slowest person in the half marathon, which meant that from literally when we turned the first corner, I was left for dust. Mentally, that took quite a toll very early on. Like, I knew I could do it, but obviously there's loads of people that are watching, and I was like, oh god, they're probably looking at me being like, how the hell is she going to finish this? You know, everyone else was so much faster. And subconsciously, because of that, I did up my pace a little bit, even though I didn't mean to. So it means I went out a little bit faster than what I'm used to, which obviously then took a toll. And it was also about 30 degrees and sunny. It was so hot. Like, my cheeks were flaming. And what didn't help either was because I was so far behind everyone else. By the time I got to the water stations and stuff, everyone had kind of like packed up. Like, no one was waiting with water for me or anything. So for the first 2 water stations, I missed it. And I had my water and stuff on my back, but there were sponges that everyone was handing out to like wet themselves, which were so necessary. So for like the first few stops, I didn't get that. So I was even hotter. And for the first like 4k, I was running against myself. I'll insert a clip here. I was coming down a hill and Emily, bless her, was waiting for me to cheer me on, which was so lovely. And I asked, like, what kilometer is this? Because I thought I'd put my running app on, but it was on pause. So that also messed me up because I wasn't getting my splits. I didn't know where I was. And I was expecting like big markers for like, oh, kilometer 1, kilometer 2. No, they were like tiny. They were on the grass, like in the grass verges, so that you could barely see them. So I wasn't knowing kind of what to look out for. So literally, like, until I got to about 5 kilometers, I was like, I'm not going to finish this. because when you're so early on in it, like the idea of running 21 feels so huge. So I was just running against myself the whole time. Like my body, my legs and stuff felt fine. And I was really struggling with the heat. And I got overtaken by the guy that won the marathon at about between 4 and 5K. And I was getting dizzy. And I was like, oh, this is not good. So I started walking for a little bit, and then I was like, oh, it's going to mess up my time. But I think because I'd went out so fast, by the time I got to like 10K, I was actually on pace, even though I'd walked a little bit more than I thought I should have. And by the time I got to like 8K, I had fixed my running app. So even though it wasn't at the right number of kilometers, I was getting my pace again. I had managed to figure out where the kilometer markers were, and my head was back in the game. And I was like, okay, yeah, we got this. So we got to 8K. I was like, it's fine. The first crappy bit's done. I'm just running this race for myself. And that's when I stopped thinking I need to do this in 3 hours. I was like, I just need to get this done. Like, I just need to run this race. It's so hot. 10 kilometers, I was like, okay, we're halfway, we got this. And that's when I was like, yeah, we're definitely finishing this. There's no question of me not finishing. And then about 13, 14, and that's when the race got enjoyable. It was really nice. We were running through some farmland. You know, it was lovely scenery. I was by myself for most of it, just getting overtaken by all the people that were running the marathon, because they'd started earlier and like 20 kilometers further away than us. They were running the same route. And then around about 14 kilometers when my knees started seizing up, which always happens. Like, that's been happening in my training runs as well. And then I was feeling it was like a switch. Like in the beginning, mentally I wasn't there and physically I was. And then at the end, mentally I was there and physically I wasn't. And bless her, Emily came on her scooter to kind of cheer me on a little bit for like the last 5K, which was so helpful. And she really, really helped with that. And yeah, the last 4K, I was like, this is the furthest I've ever run. Like, we're going to do this. I feel good. And my legs were just like, no, we're done. We're done. So it was really nice, actually, when I came up the last, like, just before the finish. If any of you guys are familiar with the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack, that is what came on my playlist. And as I passed under it, it was like the bit where Hiccup rides the dragon. It was just such a nice moment. And I was also really happy that I got to show all the people that like had watched me go so slowly the whole time, like, I finished, I did finish. So that was a nice moment. Like, the tortoise wins the race in the end. Well, I didn't win it, I finished it. So yeah, it was a nice experience. I'm really glad I did it. I'm so proud of myself. I never thought I would be able to run a half. I'm legit terrified for running the marathon now. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need to really up my training, which was going to happen anyway. But it's done what I needed it to do. It's given me a good idea of what I need to improve upon. And I think if I just start running more distance every week, I'll be fine for the marathon. Because I finished in 3 hours and 15 minutes, which is honestly a really good time for the heat of the day. I was aiming for like 3 hours 5 minutes. So I was only 10 minutes slower than what I was aiming for. And given how hot it was yesterday, honestly, I'm really happy with that. The marathon's in October, so it's not going to be as hot. And I'm going to have a lot of training as well. But yeah, so if you guys want to donate, if you've enjoyed it, you can leave. The link is in my bio. I'm going to go and have some leftover birthday cake, because our friend's son conveniently had his third birthday party yesterday, and some watermelon. And that seems like the perfect post-race breakfast. So thank you for watching. I'm aware I look absolutely terrible, but I'd just be glad that you're not seeing me trying to walk right now, because my Achilles tendon is killing me on my left leg. And my knees hurt as well. Muscle pain, not as much, but I think maybe I'll get more of that tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to go because I've been talking for like 7 minutes. Thank you. I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.